So you got the momentum, you got the trigger. Use that trigger when it comes up and say, hey, let's push a little bit harder right now, where you don't have to question yourself if you're putting in the effort.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon. Knew as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way, they got.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact in our society through real life education. The movement comes into play when you share the content to help other people do good just like you. Got my brother in the house today, Mr. Eagle Snatch himself, also known as Kyle Georgian.
Thanks, bro.
What do we got today? I know we're going to do this a little bit different.
Yeah, I got a couple question and answers from the audience, things that people want to hear more about, learn more. And so we're kind of giving you guys what you've asked for and just going into more specific questions and answers.
Cool.
So I'll ask the questions, you give the answers.
Sounds good. Let's hit it.
All right. So this first one is, how do I build momentum? I've hit 10,000 steps a day for 85 days and counting. What should I add next?
Well, first off, I mean, doing anything, I'd call that positive for 85 days is pretty impressive, right? Like when you do something consistently, there's a part of discipline there that you're building. And so that's key. Like how many steps? 10,000 steps?
10,000 a day. Yep.
So I don't know if that's a lot or a little. I haven't done steps before. It sounds like a lot. But like you holding yourself accountable to do something consistently is hard as hell. Like we were just talking about calorie intake. Doing that consistently is hard. Mm-hmm. Doing steps is hard. Waking up at the same time every day is hard, right? And so when you build that skill set and build that behavior, yeah, that is for sure like a momentum. And first off, like give yourself a pat on the back by looking to increase this and get better and add to it. I mean, this is how we started in our exercise deal, right?
Yeah.
We exercised. We said, hey, in the first 30 days, we're gonna go 30 days straight without a day off. Then a couple months, then a few months, then a half a year, then a year, then the rest of our life, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're probably asking the question because you want to get better. So I'm just gonna assume what your goal is because I don't know your goal with the question. I don't know if you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, gain discipline, whatever. So let's say if like you're new to exercising and you're looking to get better and you don't have time on your hands. Let's say you have a family life, a busy schedule, all this different stuff. What I'd recommend doing if you're going on walks and different things like that, to grow from there with the momentum, add some weight to it. So do it with a ruck, put on a weight vest. If you're at work or something, put on some ankle weights. I don't know, add some weight to it. To kind of drag yourself down a little bit where you're starting to raise that thermostat of effort and you're having to push a little bit more. But if you're at this 85-day mark, your next thing, come up with benchmarks from here forward. So say at 90 days, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to increase one thing. I'm going to add one thing to my schedule, right? So maybe for the next 90 days, put a weight vest on or carry a ruck. After that, maybe do something with your diet, right? But the fact that you're calling something out, saying, hey, I've been doing it, how to gain momentum, gaining momentum on doing that is just make it more difficult. Add something to it. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think you already have the momentum, right? How do you build momentum? I mean, you probably already feel it. If you're doing something consistently for 85 days, you've built the momentum. So I guess like really the question is like, what do I add next? How do I progress is like kind of the heart of that question. And so I think you hit on the head, just like add something to it. Like if you're not already dieting or something, start small, like cut something out of your diet that doesn't support your goals and then do that for another 100 days straight, right? Until you've consistently built daily habits that serves yourself and makes you a better person so you can serve your family, your friends, and really just achieve that next level. Just about anything. That's how you build.
I think this person knows that they need to do something different. So if you're having if you're asking the question, like if you have to ask yourself, like, hey, I've been doing this and you don't feel like you're doing enough, that should be your initiative right there. Like, doesn't necessarily need to be somebody telling you, but if you have to question the work that you're putting into something, not feeling like you're doing it hard enough or putting enough work into it, that should be your trigger right there to make something more intense to go after it. So you got the momentum, you got the trigger. Use that trigger when it comes up and say, hey, let's push a little bit harder right now, where you don't have to question yourself if you're putting in the effort.
Yeah, it's easy to get stuck in like just checking that box every day, because once you've made a habit out of it, like you're in a habit, like you're going to do 10,000 steps a day regardless now at this point, just because you've done it so consistently. So what you're saying is like be intentional about that next step. Like you've hit this plateau. Now, how do you keep doing that? Because I'm sure when you first hit that first 30 days of doing that, you're like feeling amazing. You're like, hey, I did this every day. Like it's a new thing. Like I've effectively changed something in my life.
Yeah.
But it's easy to get stuck. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm doing the same thing. Like,
This is an exciting place to be in. I mean, this is like the beginning of like the new thing, the exercise thing. Like, you remember the days when you set something out for yourself and then you went and did it, and then we continue to increase it. Like, that's a good feeling.
for sure.
So keep it up, man. You're just in. It looks like you're just in the start of whatever you're looking to do. The only last thing I would add is like put a goal in place. If it's like you're trying to lose weight or whatever you're trying to do, set a goal and make sure that your activities that you're doing will result in you accomplishing your goal. Because if you just do something to do something, you're probably going to question yourself on like, why am I still doing this? So now that you built some type of consistency, build a goal on like where you're trying to go next. And then again, just make sure the work will result into your goal and you'll get exactly where you need to. Do good.